It's 1950, the Kasai province of Belgian Congo, and a young man by the Patrice Lumumba just graduated from Protestant mission school. He had big dreams to join other intellectuals across the country, and his village was definitely not the place. So he went to work in the city of Kindu. Here he became an active member in the Club of the Evoluers, which was a term to describe Western educated Congolese. So in this video, every time I mention Congo, I mean this Congo, not you. Here he began to write essays and poems for Congolese journals. During this time he actually applied for Belgian citizenship and got it. He went back to write more poems until he got bored. So he decided to move to Leopoldville, now Kinshasa, and became a postal clerk and sat in office and wrote more stuff and got bored again. So he went to Stanleyville, now Kisangani, to become an accountant in a post office. There he continued to write more stuff and contribute to the Congolese press. After a brief stint of working with the post office, in 1955 Lumumba joined the Congolese Trade Union of Government Employees. His speeches and journalistic abilities made him famous among his peers, and they made him regional president. He also became active in the Belgian Liberal Party in the Congo. In 1956, Lumumba was invited with others on a study tour of Belgium under the auspices of the Minister of Colonies. When he returned, he was arrested on a charge of embezzlement from the post office and was convicted and sentenced to 1 year in prison, but only served a few months and was out again to join his colleagues. When Lumumba got out of prison, he became even more involved in politics. Guys, a lot of African countries are finally revolting against Europeans. I think it's time we started our revolution. So 1958, he, along with other Congolese leaders, Lumumba launched the Congolese National Movement, also known as the MNC, a nationwide Congolese political party. In the same year, he traveled to Ghana to attend the first All-African People's Conference in Accra. Here he met other nationalists from across Africa and was made a member of the permanent organization set up by the conference. While he was in Ghana, in contrast to Congo, he noticed how many Africans were highly educated, which wasn't the case in his country. By the time Congo got her independence, there were roughly only 2% of educated men and even less for women. Unlike other colonies across Africa, the Belgian Congo administration did not build a significant number of educational institutions. So as he returned and nationalism fervor across Africa increased. Alright, you have exploited enough. You guys need to leave now, bro. The Belgian government began to feel the pressure and announced a program intended to lead to independence for the Congo, starting with local elections in December 1959. But Lumumba and his friends were suspicious of the colonialists and regarded this program as a scheme to install a puppet government after independence. So they renounced the program and called for a boycott of the elections. The Belgian colonialist authorities were not happy about this and went to convince them. October 30th of 1959, there was a demonstration in Stanleyville, and Belgians again were not happy about it and went out to convince them more. This resulted in 30 deaths, and Lumumba was arrested and thrown in jail again on a charge of inciting to riot. After all this fiasco, the party had to meet again. Okay guys, this is definitely not working. We need a different tactic. Maybe we should just participate in the elections. You know what, you are definitely right. Hey, so we decided to go along with your idea because this isn't just working out for both parties and we don't really want our members dying, so yeah. So the MNC entered the elections and won a sweeping victory in Stanleyville. In January of 1960, the Belgian government convened a roundtable conference in Brussels of all Congolese parties to discuss political change. While Patrice is still in jail, his party was invited. Hey, you guys are invited to Brussels to discuss about matters that has nothing to do with Europe, but the decision has to come from there. Well, we are definitely not coming unless Lumumba is out and represents us at the round table. Alright, you free again, you lucky bastard. So he was released and they all traveled to Brussels. The conference agreed on a date for independence, June 30th, with national elections in May. Although there were multiple parties, the MNC came out far ahead in the elections, and Lumumba emerged as the leading man of the Congo, and finally everything was going to be fine. Hey, we are still here. almost immediately after the independence, there was this guy Moise Tshombe. "Hey, you are from Katanga, right?" "Yeah." "Well, how would you like to the president?" "Me." "Oh my God, he is such an idiot." "Yeah, great." "Yes, we can do that. Get some of your guys and here are the guns." "Okay, are now president of Katanga. And the whole Katanga is ours, I mean yours." With some units of the Congolese army that were willing to rebel for province of Katanga to secede from their newly formed nation, Belgium sent troops to the Congo, primarily to Katanga, to support Tshombe's secessionist regime. So the newly government goes to the UN. "Yo, are you seeing this? Hey, our country is under invasion. Can you tell Belgian troops to leave our country?" Let me see. No. So the Prime Minister, Patrice Lumumba, went to the Soviets. "Can you guys give us planes so we can transport our troops to Katanga and deal with secessionists?" Okay. He also called for an African states meeting in Leopoldville to unite their efforts behind him, which the Western powers were definitely not happy about. A common misconception is that he had communist ideologies. He proclaimed his regime one of positive neutralism, which he defined as a return to African values and rejection of any imported ideology, including that of the Soviet Union. On September 5th, with Western pressure, President Kasavubu dismissed Lumumba, but the legalities of the move were immediately contested by Lumumba. So now there were two groups claiming to be the legal central government. On September 14th, power was seized by this guy who Congolese army leader, Colonel Joseph Mobutu. And for some reason, he sided with then-President Kasavubu, because he didn't really have an opinion and was a yes man. And the UN recognized Kasavubu alone as leader of the Congo government, which meant Lumumba was now just a normal guy. The independent African states split sharply over the issue and were vocal about it. But that's all they could do. Lumumba, in Leopoldville, was now placed under house arrest, guarded not only by Mobutu's forces but by those of the UN forces as well. After a while, Lumumba escaped from home confinement and sought to travel to Stanleyville, where his supporters had control. However, he was caught by Mobutu's forces and arrested on December 2nd, and was transferred to a location that they deemed to be more secure. On January 17th, 1961, Lumumba and two associates, Joseph Okito and Maurice Mpolo, were flown to Elizabethville, now Lubumbashi, where they were delivered to the secessionist regime in Katanga and its Belgian advisors. On the flight there, they had been beaten by the soldiers escorting them, and once they landed in Katanga, they were beaten again. Later that day, Lumumba, Okito, and Mpolo were executed by a firing squad under Belgian command. Their bodies were hacked into pieces and dissolved in acid or burned by fire. His death caused a scandal throughout Africa and beyond, retrospectively. To this day, he is regarded as a national hero of the Congolese people and a face of Pan-Africanism amongst other African heroes.